Hey everyone, and welcome to PGN Live. It is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026. Let's go! We've got some exciting news today. Splatoon Raiders, bam, out of nowhere, just up on Nintendo's social media platforms with a new release date, a first ever release date of July 23rd, 2026. And a price that's also pretty attractive. $50 digital, $60 physical, not bad. That tells you a couple things though. One, Nintendo is not afraid to just release a game within a couple of months of showing it off for the first time. In this case, not quite the first time, but for the first time in a while, we're getting a look at Splatoon Raiders, and then just bam, 3 months later, debut. They're also not afraid of this new price structure. $10 difference between physical and digital. Which, when you account tax and stuff like that, if you're in a state or a location that does not pay tax for digital games, it's not just a $10 difference, it's like a $15 difference. Okay, that kind of adds up after a while. But at least you have options. And then last but not least, hold on, where was my track? What this also tells us is it's probably a little bit of a smaller game because instead of it being 60-70, it's 50-60. If it was a big game, I'm pretty sure that it would be marked at 60-70 and not what it is. But without further ado, let's get the pop-out chat rolling. See who is here this fine morning. And talk all things gaming. And we could watch the video together. We could go over anything. Okay, hang on a second. I see several of you are already here. Okay. Johan, Nintendo News. 9 days until playtest Scars of Honor. Cool. Paladin 8669. Good morning, Paul and Co. Good morning, Paladin. Crazy Scoff. Sup? What's up? Pokemon Fan 34. Hi, all. Hi, Pokemon Fan. Paladin saying, I wonder if a possible Star Fox game could be priced similar to Raiders. Ooh. I guess it depends on how ambitious, how big is Star Fox, you know? If it's got this online mode, multiple ships to choose from, 16 players online, 4v4v4v4, battles. You could fly in space and over land on planets, a hub that is the Great Fox, on-ground missions in a Landmaster tank, cooperative multiplayer throughout the game's campaign, use of voice chat and the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, etc. I can't see that being a $50 game. I see that as a $60 game. Heck, if it's really ambitious and you've got, quite a bit of variety in gameplay with, on foot combat throughout a campaign, and everything else that I mentioned, I could see it being a 70-80 split, This is the equivalent of a Donkey Kong Bonanza, for instance. But if I had a guess, I would say it's going to be like a $60 title. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm excited for Star Fox. I'll pay whatever it is just because we don't get them that often. I love the IP. Last time we had a Star Fox game was 10 years ago. I'm ready for a new one, $50 is a nice sweet spot. And that's true. Pokemon Fan 34 saying, "Yep, that's right." I am going to update a couple of things, by the way, because we do have something new to go over. And that is our subscriber total. By the way, it's a rainy day. If somehow we reach a goal in today's stream, yeah, I'll be flipping that camera around and jumping into the pool live. Doesn't matter if it's raining or not. Just letting you know. We also got to update the total of subscribers because our subscriber count has gone up, which is really cool. And our total members has gone up. Let's see, where are we at right now? Subscribers, 9,145. Total members, 203. 97 away from the next 100 mark. Can we get to 300 again? Can we ever pass 555? Maybe to both. We'll see. Jam Powers 83 is in the house. What's going on, everybody? Splatoon Raiders looks interesting. Is it just Salmon Run? Or is it a bunch of things mixed in? Well, should we just watch together then? Y'all want to watch it together? Let's do that. Don't mind me. It's a single-player focused Splatoon game. Thank you, Corey Boehm, for saying Raiders. Dropping the fire of the heart and the celebration emoji. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. And yeah, out of nowhere, we got some Splatoon Raiders action this morning. Awesome to see. Shout out to Ash Gaming 17 also, showing off that green banner next to his name and a PGN brown belt badge to match. Being a member for 4 months. Heck yeah, thank you, Ash. July 23rd. That's 3 months. And look at these new amiibo. Those are pretty sweet too, right? I'll tell you what, it's also smart that they're showing this off now because this Friday, the Super Mario Galaxy movie debuts in Japan, Next week is Golden Week in Japan. If you needed even more incentive for folks over in Japan to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, beyond the Super Mario Galaxy movie adding hype to the system, you got Splatoon, which Splatoon is wildly popular over there. You could see how things blend together well. Brilliant strategy. Let me make sure I get Corey Boehm on the board today with our first super chat. Maybe we hit a goal today. Maybe not. But what we do hit is some gratitude, regardless, to Corey Boehm with a $5 super chat. Thank you again, Corey. I am grateful, as always. AJ Rax, welcome, by the way. Hi, Paul. What are you eating? I was eating a little chicken sandwich. Very simple. I went to the gym this morning, worked out, and good to have some protein after that. Yeah. Probably what would have helped is if I didn't have the cheese, but I put some cheese, a little bit, because it's so good. But a little bit of shredded cheese and hot sauce. Yeah. Some Hot Ones branded hot sauce that my wife got me. Put that in there with some fresh chicken in between. Hamburger bun. Hamburger buns. Yeah. Yeah, simple. But good, It's a little hot. Not spicy hot, but temperature hot. Let's see. You like the music, Jam Powers 83? Yeah, the music's good. I agree. It kind of reminds me of Pikmin's game loop with the treasure collection, yeah. Corey Boehm, I literally bought a launch day Switch 1, March 2017, to play Splatoon 2, July 2017. So, Corey, you're a big Splatoon fan. I mean, it makes sense as that is also your the inspiration for your avatar, right? Your name, your icon on YouTube. So that makes sense. What's your favorite Splatoon game, Corey? Is it 1, 2, or 3? I think 1 is the entry in the series that I put the most amount of time in. It was the newest, most fresh game. My wife and I, we played that game so interestingly because we both gravitated towards the roller, and we both liked the big squid that you would become as like the superpower. So our loadout was the same, wardrobe was the same. So we just flipped like 3-minute battle for her, 3-minute for me, 3-minute, 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 3-minute. That's how we played the game. We took turns, and like throughout the summer and stuff like that, we had a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, AJ Rax 0440 adding to the chat, contributing towards the stream goal and the the eShop gift card goal. Big thank you. Holy smokes, out of nowhere. Corey Boehm and AJ Rax, they're pulling off some Nintendo this morning with just the sudden super chat drops out of nowhere, just like Nintendo. Maybe AJ Rax and Corey Boehm will into existence Nintendo dropping Star Fox tomorrow. Right? Maybe. Let's see what AJ says. Thank you, AJ. Hi, Paul. Take my money, and I am about to eat my ground turkey, taco rice, refried beans, and lettuce. Oh, okay. My mouth is salivating, even though I just ate. That sounds good. Ground turkey. Okay. That's good right there. I'm picturing it. Taco rice. Okay. A little bit of flavoring in the rice. I dig that. Refried beans. I like beans. Rice and beans combined make a really solid protein. If you're going to do a little bit of a workout, rice and beans afterwards is nice. And lettuce. Especially if the lettuce is nice and cold to counter slash complement the presumably warm turkey and taco rice and beans. Oh, something about that cold warm dynamic. That's what makes cheeseburgers so good, you know? You got the nice beef patty, the hot melted cheese, the warm buns, and then you've got cold lettuce, cold tomato, cold pickles, cold onions. Oh, you got the crisp and the crunch. Man, I just had food. And now, thanks to your super chat and me just going on about why I like cheeseburgers so much, I'm ready for my next meal. Ah, jeez. That's funny. If I didn't say hi earlier, I think I did. Oh no, I did already. To Pokemon Fan 34. Hi again. Ash saying, now that we got an official release date for Splatoon Raiders, do you think you'll do a countdown series to the release of Splatoon Raiders by drawing the number of days using paint and a paintbrush? That's a decent possibility that I'll do one. And it's a good idea for one, ink related, splatting down the days. I could get I don't have one. No, I don't. I could get a paintball gun, right? And go and do that, right? Or a paintbrush or a roller. Spray can, if I didn't say that. Yeah. There are some ideas. I wouldn't start the countdown now, because we're looking at 92 days or something. That's a little bit long. I mean, it's possible, but I would probably wait, But we'll see. Charlie Smith, 187. Hello, Paul and everybody. Hello, Charlie Smith. Corey Bohm, as we were discussing elsewhere, as if right now Splatoon Raiders has not appeared in a direct, even though it was publicly announced before last direct. It's not a game that was shown off in the first Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, nor was it shown off in their September direct. Splatoon Raiders was just a random morning X drop, social media drop, And then nothing. Silence for several months until today. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I know some people are complaining like, oh man, you could have saved it for a direct. But isn't it also nice to wake up in the morning just to some news? I suppose, the direct is something that we all anticipate happening. And when we get that 24, 48 hour notice, it's just this super excitement period of time to get behind, rally behind, and then all watch together. And there's a whole community sense to it, like everybody going on to a content creator's live stream and checking it out. And that's all fun too. But even though that is great, I admit it, I love it. Just waking up to having a drop is still neat. It's still cool to every week almost, every couple of weeks, get a little bit of something. It just always keeps you fresh. It always keeps some excitement in the air, right? Chillin' Hard 187, if I didn't say hi earlier. Hello, what's up? Paladin, just based on Raiders release date, we could properly infer that Fire Emblem will be August or September, and Dustblood's October, and possibly Ocarina of Time November, December. Yeah. We still need to see if Ocarina of Time is indeed 100% real, and how Sorry, how grand is it? How epic is it? Is it? Is it Nintendo's big bank on this is a holiday game? This is a game of the year game. This is like a game of a generation game. This is one of our most critically acclaimed games of all time that we have waited nearly 30 years to do a remake of, not counting the Nintendo 3DS, you know, remaster, remake in between. Yeah, we took it very seriously. It's very big. It's extremely ambitious. We're anticipating 25 million sales. Oof. And it's going to be a masterpiece. That could stand on its own in the holidays and dominate, especially with a bundle in a console or like a Pro controller on the side, unique Joy-Cons, merch, a collector's edition of the game in a box with a sword or t-shirt or what have you. You know, that's very powerful right there. It's very compelling. Oh, and that you'd be fine with November or December. Dusk Bloods, I think it's a great fit for October. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, I definitely could see that being August or September. I mean, Tamagotchi Life is coming up. Splatoon Raiders and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. 3 upcoming game releases that we've got, right? Yeah. Oh. Oh no no. I said Tamagotchi Life. Sorry. Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven. Fortune's Groove. Rhythm Heaven. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Splatoon Raiders. Yeah, 4 games. Sorry, got tongue tied. Let's see. I put the most amount of time in Splatoon 3. Each game I ended up putting more time in than the previous game. That's cool. I probably put the most time still in like 1 followed by 3 and then 2. But I don't know, maybe not. All 3 are great. All 3 are really good. I'm looking forward to a 4th one. I want them to go ambitious with it. It's between 1 and 2. In 3, the levels really lots individual personality and became almost the same. You know what, Corey? What I kind of am surprised that they never went in this direction. Well, not as much as I thought. When they started to do things like which game was your starting game? Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue? Remember? Are you Decepticon or Transformer? Which Ninja Turtle is your favorite in a bracket? You know, Leonardo versus Donatello, Michelangelo versus Raphael, or whatever they did, and then they went down. I was like, dude, do this. When there's a new Star Wars project out there, are you Team Jedi or Team Sith? And you have the colors be green versus red or something like that. Godzilla Kong is coming out. Are you Team Godzilla or Team King Kong? You do that B5 blue of theirs versus orange, you know, or something. Uh, there's another movie coming out. You know, are you know Thanos and you make it purple, or Avengers blue? You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. They really could have explored more and had these Splatoon Splatfests be more grand, because then you also have the pairing of t-shirts and merch that complement those, and maybe they would be only available on Nintendo's online shops, but you could have branded a little bit of external, okay, these are the shirts that you can buy that are on figures, and these figures pop up in your store, these Targets and Walmarts and what have you. So in the Star Wars section, you have the Splatoon character wearing the Star Wars shirt, so a little bit of crossover appeal, right? Splatoon's strong enough to be its own thing. But the fact that they were willing to, branch out there a little bit with some, third-party Splatfest kind of things, I thought this was going to be something that they would do going forward, or at least I thought that they should. Maybe we'll see more of that. Roger Enyart, good afternoon, Polygon Network and friends. Hope everyone is having a great Tuesday today. Good afternoon, Roger. Hope you're doing well too. It's raining over here, and I'm happy. I wash the car. It's what I do. When it rains, I get soap on my brush. I go out, I wash the car, and I just leave. And then the rainwater just washes all the soap away. No dry spots left. No little bubble dirt residue left. It just dries spotless. It's beautiful. I love the rain. Fills up the pool some more, waters the grass, the vegetables, fruit trees, garden. Like, it's dope. Hi. Hope everyone is having a good day. Splatoon Raiders. Maybe my first Splatoon game looks fun. Awesome, Christopher Colazzo. I hope you end up liking it. Maybe this Shadow Drop is the beginning of a Nintendo Today Direct this week. Paladin? Maybe. I really hope Nate the Hate is correct in Star Fox, but it's feeling less and less likely to be accurate as April runs out. I wasn't anticipating Splatoon today, but even up until yesterday, if you asked me when is Star Fox going to be shown, I picked April 22nd because that is the 3-week mark for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And in my opinion, you reveal Star Fox Returns or whatever it is, April 22nd, and then starting April 24th, you attach the Star Fox Returns 2-minute trailer to the end post-credit scene of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and you let people know, watch the trailer on the big screen starting this Friday moving forward when you watch the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And at the end of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, want more of Star Fox? Enjoy the following and play as Fox McCloud this summer when Star Fox Returns launches exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 June 4th. Whatever, June 25th. That's something that I think makes a lot of sense. Maybe it'll happen. Do I think it's a little bit less likely to happen now that it would be tomorrow getting to see this, as I envisioned, with Splatoon Raiders being shown today? Perhaps a little bit. Maybe they want to create a little bit of a buffer beyond just a one day apart to announce these things. But perhaps not. Maybe it still is a decent chance, if I am right, that tomorrow is Star Fox Day. And it's like, dude, just yesterday we woke up to Splatoon news, and today we're waking up to Star Fox news? What? That's cool. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of lettuce or onions. I'll eat tomatoes and pickles, though. Starting to put everything on Nintendo Today app. Feels like next week is a big possibility for a Star Fox announcement. So I'm giving it until next Wednesday. Tomorrow is also the release date of Star Fox Zero. So tomorrow in gaming history, Star Fox Zero launched for the Wii U in North America 10 years ago. So April 22nd sounds kind of good, right? I'll be doing a countdown series by showing the amount of days on my Instagram. That's fun. How about those Splatoon amiibo? Dang it, Nintendo. 3 more I need to collect. They are looking sweet, though. They do look sweet. They look like they're going to be the beefy kind. Like the Super Mario Galaxy ones. Which I still have to go pick up. Yeah. I like roasting grape or cherry tomatoes in the oven. That's good. There will definitely be more directs. Yeah. Yeah. True, I do enjoy Nintendo news. Like I've said before, I enjoy the directs because we all get to experience them at the same time. Yeah. Slices of pickles you like? Or the spears? Yeah, those are good. Roger. I will say this. They have held back any info on the Raiders multiplayer. Yeah. I 100% agree. They taste better about us. Okay, y'all talking about food still. But that's okay. Still would have preferred it to be in a direct. Directs bring fans together. Also, hi Paul, hi chat, hi Joyce J. Directs do bring people together, but you know what also brings people together? PGN Lives. Here we are. We're together. We're still talking. If anything, spreading out your content means more individual streams to celebrate things instead of a big stream to celebrate a lot of stuff and then kind of trickling down following streams reliving the hype from before until it's gone. But if you keep dropping these little drops continuously, you have something a little bit to talk about every day. There's a possible way to do both, you know? And Nintendo's going to do both. Don't let anybody tell you, directs are done. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. Don't be too easily swayed in life with something not going the way it has been going for a while and making you think this is a permanent way of how things are going forward. I was sharing with Joycey not too long ago, and Mike, I think it must have been on the podcast, how I saw grown adults cry. That rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles made Raphael the leader of the Turtles, and how Leonardo was like a secondary Michelangelo type Goofy, and that Master Splinter was a silly guy too and not like an honorable sensei. And they were crying. Real tears, sadness, rants, anger, fury online. My gosh. The TMNT IP has been around for 40 years. This little show is going to run its course for a few years and then they're going to go back. And if you live in fairly good health and you're in your 30s or 40s, you probably got another 40 years to go. So your TMNT, that's your favorite IP, it's going to be fine. It's going to come back to something that you like a little bit more. Meanwhile, if you don't like this new iteration that much, which you seemingly don't, you got the comic books that's a new line that's still ongoing, and other crossovers, and a Batman TMNT crossover animated movie. Like, it's okay to not like everything, to not have everything surrounding your favorite IP to be 100% what it has to be in your mind. It's all right. And if Nintendo is operating a little bit differently by not having this big grand direct in February, I still don't see how could anybody in the last 3 months and 3 weeks be disappointed with 2 directs for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, a Pokemon Presents, this Splatoon Raiders drop, this Tamagotchi Life drop, this Nintendo Treehouse for Super Mario Bros. Wonder plus Bella Bell Park, this drop of, here is, Rhythm Heaven, a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, an Indie World presentation, this Lego Pokemon collab video, this official reveal of the Lego Ocarina of Time set, this future look at new Lego Mario Karts, this collaboration reveal of the Super Mario Galaxy movie teaming up at McDonald's stores, for the Happy Meals, this Super Mario Galaxy movie crossover Old Spice collab announcement trailer, this Nintendo and Square Enix produced Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade bit of entertainment on the Nintendo app. Like, you got so much stuff in 3.5 months. And the actual games that came out, like Mario Tennis Fever and Resident Evil Requiem and Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. and FF7 Remake Intergrade. Like, how could anybody be so disappointed? How would you survive? Not anybody here, but how would any of those folks crying and complaining about stuff? How would you survive in the late 80s or early 90s when you got one video game magazine a month and that was your news? Pre-internet. Once a month. That's it. In early internet days, okay, articles that you could read online that came to you more often, more frequently than once a month. But still, the big video game companies sharing their news a little bit more sparingly. E3 once a year, and then finally this direct thing happening 3 times a year. And like, we're still getting stuff. Come on. I think people just got too spoiled. Got a little bit soft. And you got used to it. I say you. I don't mean you in the chat. I mean folks that I see like out there just complaining. Got too used to it being too much what they liked that any little deviation sets them off. I don't think that's a healthy way to live. I don't know. It's okay to want it. It's okay to like that a little bit more. But to be so mentally distraught and full of anguish because it's not what it is, I don't think is a good way to go. It's my 2 cents. In a way, it could be seen as a good marketing move now that the internet and fans will be talking about Raiders for a full day, and that's not accounting or additional marketing between now and release. Yeah? And what would have gotten more attention for Splatoon Raiders? A solo thing today, or if it was a part of 15 other announcements in a direct that happened today? Ooh, that's another thing. Do you get lost in a direct of a bunch of things, even if you're a cool game, or do you get more attention if you're the only thing that people are talking about for the day? I wonder, right? I will be downloading the Nintendo Today app so I can get some good news every day. Regular news is depressing. I mean, just for me, I just follow video game stuff. My Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, X, Blue Sky. I just follow video game stuff. Entertainment stuff too. I mean, like some WWE, UFC stuff, Marvel, DC, like Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, Star Wars, like, yeah, just entertainment stuff. That's what's coming at me. That's what I like. That's all I need. Please hit that like button, says Roger Enyart. Heck yeah, we've got 29 people in here. How many likes? I don't know yet. Big time Timmy Jim. Do we still believe Star Fox is coming in June? I still think that's a good possibility. Yeah. Maybe directs are now going to be major releases only going forward. Maybe. By the way, 32 watching, 18 likes. Can we get to 20 likes? Can we get to 30 likes? Let's go. Here's a thought. How would y'all feel if they only had one big direct every year? Call it May or call it June. So it's kind of like old school. E3. This is Nintendo's big showcase day. Throughout the rest of the year, it's all of these little collaborations with third parties and companies and etc. And, once every few months, there's a little indie world presentation or a partner showcase or maybe a direct mini. But like big granddaddy direct, once a year. Would that be that bad? I don't think so. It's again up to people whether they choose to believe or not that they're done with the directs. They're not done with the mainline directs. They're not done. Unless if they say they're done, they're not done. Nintendo may start doing only 3 mainlines a year. 3 hosts, 3 choices. That's a possibility. They could find a way to do Splatfest with just 2 choices, but they could do 3. One could be a judge. Alien Rogue Incursion Part 1 announced for Switch 2 out today. Nice Leaf Stormblaze. One on the first of the year, one middle, one end. I still like February, June, September. I mean, I still think that that's nice, but I'm okay if that's not the case anymore. I'm okay if there's 2 grand directs a year, spread 6 months apart. I also wouldn't mind if there's only one big one every year in June, but that the rest, they have some minis, partner showcases, and indie worlds. And that's also fine. I get that we didn't get a mainline one in February. Doesn't mean that they're dead completely. Not at all. 93 days until the release of Splatoon Raiders. Nice. J-Views, how goes it, Paul? Good. J-Views, how's it going? Splatoon making the great headlines. Heck yeah. $50 digital. Good deal. Roger, you're going to pay that extra for the physical? It does look nice. That cartridge, the box does look nice. I like it. John Castle, if we get a new Star Fox, it has to be in June because every month has a new game. Yeah, June's the anniversary of Star Fox 64. Bring it to me. Speaking of bringing it, Roger Inyart with the big $5 gifted membership. And just like that, woo, our stream is at 15 total. We are making it today. Well, I shouldn't say that. We are doing good today. Roger, thank you so much for the 5 gifted members. Wonderful to see. That brings our total members to 208. We are 92 away from 300. Roger, thank you so much again. Godstreak, Jose Antonio Parejo, Maestre, Guardian, Adas, Inbound, XCX were the 5. When we should be grateful we get anything at all from Nintendo. Yeah, true. Think about all the companies that don't. Is Marvel as open with you as Nintendo is with all of their projects all year round? Is DC, IDW, Disney, Sony, Microsoft, Activision, Konami, Sega, is anybody out there freaking as open? Nike, Adidas, McDonald's, like anybody as open as Nintendo is, as frequently giving. Come on, I don't think so. If you know a little bit about me, I'm a very appreciative type of person. I don't take little things for granted. I don't take little signs of generosity for granted. I guess here is kind of drawing parallels, sort of. Would I like $200 super chats every stream? Heck yeah! Who wouldn't? Would I like 3 big Nintendo Directs every year? Heck yeah! Who wouldn't? Would I also like, in addition to these $200 super chats every stream, a bunch of 5s and 10s throughout the stream? Absolutely. Who wouldn't? Would I like, in addition to these big 3 Nintendo Directs each year, a bunch of Nintendo Direct Minis, partner showcases, and indie worlds and random drops? Of course, who wouldn't? But you see, I'm not only happy to stream if I only get these $200 super chats every stream. I'm very happy, very grateful, very appreciative of the generosity from people's $1 and $5 super chats. And those mean a lot. And it makes my happiness go a far way. It makes it go a long way. But that little bit of 1s and 5s wouldn't cut it to a lot of people, probably. Just like I'm happy with these random drops on social media of Nintendo goodies, these random little indie worlds, these little Nintendo mini directs, these little partner showcases throughout the year. Because that still fills me with entertainment and joy. But do they satisfy everyone? Well, evidently, clearly not. I'm just someone who appreciates the littles. I'm grateful for the anythings. I find value in the small, not just the big and obvious. And that's why, you know, not that I'm not glued into how most people think or how a lot of people think, because I understand where folks are coming from. I just don't necessarily agree with the rationale behind it, because I just find it a little bit greedy, and I find it a little bit unappreciative of what's before you, always wanting more. Um, and I'm not one that complains a lot. I don't like to complain a lot, and when I see people complain, they might feel that way, but I just might respectfully disagree with what they're complaining over. That's just me. You know? Regardless of whatever Nintendo's doing, Splatoon Raiders has me excited. Heck yeah. Roger, thank you for pumping the stream up, raising folks to hit that like button, getting it past 20. Oh, Lock in Salmons. That's right, Dank Meme Center X. We gotta learn to accept these changes. They happen whether we like them or not. Hey J Biggs, Mr. NY for life. Joycey J, let's click and learn more on Splatoon Raiders and see what else does it have to say. It's mainly a single player venture, but you won't be alone. One member of Deep Cut will raid alongside you in a powerful boat. You can also join with up to 3 other players online or via local wireless. So, Joycey, there's your answer. It's not just a single player game. It is an up to 4 player game. I am happy to announce Splatoon Raiders made it to I might get this game list. Got it. That's cool, J Biggs. Dink. I disagree. People online and creators are direct centric to a fault. They don't play games announced from the showing, nor discuss the future tangibles shown from those entities. A lot of content creators, yeah, they just do want to talk about something. But come on, how are they going to be talking about games every day and play all 40 games shown off? No, it's not, man, I want to watch a direct to see what 40 games I'm going to buy. No, it's, I need content to talk about. I don't buy every game from every direct. How would I? Financially or time-wise? Or doing what I'm doing now. I could be playing games right now for an hour. But instead, I enjoy talking to all of you about games, you know? I will find my time in the day to play games, but you know, it's minimized. But life has to be separated into different things, you know? You've got your time that you devote to online and to your spouse and to your kids if you've got them and your pets and your chores and your work. And maybe your online is your work, right? And your entertainment for gaming. And like, there's a lot. But no one's out there buying every game from the Direct and making tons of videos on them. No, they're making the videos on them, but not buying them all. Yeah, Matt, J Biggs, Dank, Joycey, everybody. Yeah, it's got multiplayer. Yeah, I know I'm probably behind in the chat, but Paul, are you talking about me when it comes to that TFT cartoon? I was even more mad at that 2020 Thundercats Shiro. No, J Biggs, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I mean, I didn't know if you like it or not. To be fair, that wasn't the best TMNT take. But I knew, like, dude, Ninja Turtles been rebooted plenty of times. You got the OG 80s cartoon series. You got the live action in the 90s. The 2002 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles rebooted one. That 2012 CG one. Then you got this like 2018 Rise one, and then you got this like Mutant Mayhem kind of one that spawned off from the CG movie from a few years ago. So like you have at least 6 separate from beginning to end Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series, in which I guess the 6th one is continuously going on now. And comics as well. And you're going to have future series. So there's no reason to complain. You could not like one entry. Oh no, why did they ruin Zelda? Oh, they made Zelda Wind Waker this cartoon. Oh no. Dude, 3 years later you got Twilight Princess. Oh, okay. It's back to what I wanted. Come on, man. Oh no, they made Street Fighter not have Ryu as the main character. Oh, but he's still in it? Oh, okay. Come on! Oh, Street Fighter 3 only included 3 characters from the classic franchise. Oh, it's ruined. Oh, wait, I like these new characters. Oh, and in 4 they brought more back. Oh, come on, man. People gotta chill a little bit. Variety is the spice of life. If you only ate cheeseburgers and never had pizza because you were too afraid to have pizza, how would you know that pizza's freaking fantastic? You gotta try pizza. You gotta try something other than your beloved cheeseburger. You know? Ah, jeez. That could be an awesome 1-2 punch for Splatoon today, Star Fox tomorrow. It could be. Random Tuesdays for Nintendo. That's the motto. Yeah. Great point, Paul. Thank you, Charlie Smith. When I watch a direct, there are, say, 3+ games I want, and I often struggle to remember them. Yeah, that's sometimes true, Corey Bohm. Very true. Paladin, I would be okay with one big general direct and smaller presentations and announcements throughout the year. Yeah. Joycey, I want my general directs. Me too. Don't get me wrong. Still want them. I think if Star Fox isn't a shadow drop, it needs to be announced soon to get pre-orders, etc. happening. Yeah, you know, I still want to hang on to my April 22nd. Dang it, I still want to hang on to it because it's that 3-week mark for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. You know, you're gonna be close to 800 million worldwide by that point. It's coming right before the launch of the movie in Japan and Poland. Come on, Nintendo. Come on, Illumination. But I guess I wouldn't be that off if instead of Star Fox showing up tomorrow, it's like the 28th, 29th, or 30th next week. Then I wouldn't be too off in my thought process. I'd be like, between 6 and 8 days off. That's okay. We'll see. What if the whole thing is BS? There is no Star Fox at all. No Star Fox game at all. Like, yeah, we might get one in like 6 years. That would hurt. That would hurt. Ash Gaming, if you want, you could drop a link to your new Splatoon Raiders Countdown series. AJ Rax, oh Paul, I started playing Mario Wonder. It's so fun. So glad I've waited to the DLC and switched to upgrade. I am happy that you waited. Like if you played the game before, you already know it's a good game. But if this is your first time, dude, you're getting treated with the fact that you already played other games in the last 3 years, enjoyed that time, but now you're getting to enjoy a really solid game to a higher degree. Whereas Peach is sleeping. Pokemon fan Alyssa is streaming and playing Paul Gale of Darkness this evening, if you didn't know. That's cool. Michael S. Gutmann is here. What's up? I'm excited for Splatoon Raiders. It just kind of seems like the Splatoon 3 story mode that I'm currently playing, but without the multiplayer aspect. It is nice to see it. So let me remind chat. Splatoon Raiders does have multiplayer, up to 4 players, online or in person. It's 50 and 60 respectively, digital and physical. Yeah, I know a lot of people will say it could have ran on Switch 1, and I know that's probably true, but I have a Switch 2 anyway, so it doesn't affect me, and I get the idea of exclusives. We'll see how ambitious the agriculture is, the map design, the layout, sophistication of enemies, their animations, how many of them are on screen, use of colors. Like, could it have been on Nintendo Switch just looking a little less good? Or is it like, oh no, there's some sophistication in here from a CPU side that, yeah, it needed to be on Nintendo Switch 2? Or it really wouldn't have been quite the same vision, because a few things would be downscaled enough, right? And this is what we wanted. Ooh, Roger with some temptation. 4 more likes equals another 5 gifted members. Can we do it? Oh, I hope so. Roger Enyart is throwing out a little challenge, folks. Only 3 more likes now, and Roger's going to be so kind as to gift 5 more memberships to the chat. Let's go, Roger. Thank you. Huddy40, what's up, Huddy? Yo, Paul, you've been playing anything lately? I've been really enjoying FF Tactics personally. Lately, the only thing I've been picking up is, like, kind of my go-to is Tetris 99. I just haven't been into anything lately. And I do have stuff. I mean, I beat Resident Evil 7 Biohazard a few weeks ago already, and I was intending on starting up Village. I did start up a little bit of Village, so I'm like a couple hours in, enjoying it so far. But I haven't been playing it. The last new game I beat was Requiem several weeks back. Amazing. But I should be playing. Like, I should be playing right now Ghost of Yote, you know? I have to wrap it up. It's been too long, but no, I haven't been playing anything new. Let me see. Is there anything else that I'm switching between once in a while? No, kind of unfortunately not. I still play some Street Fighter 6 now and then. No, hold on, wait a minute. There is something. Oh. That's NSO related. I forgot. But yeah, I've been playing some Star Fox 2, and Star Fox 64 recently on the Nintendo Switch Online app. But that's, hopping in a little bit here and there and just playing and feeling good with Star Fox and stuff. But yeah, not Splatoon. Tetris 99 is kind of like my, any day, anytime I could just fire up a match or two and have some fun. Well, how about you? Are you playing anything? I need to beat Ghost of Yote, man. Well, I love it. It's one of my Game of the Year contenders last year. Just so close to the end and didn't finish it up. Speaking of awesome things, though, much like Ghost of Yote is an awesome game, Roger Enyart continues to show his awesomeness with another 5 gifted members, bringing our total to 213. Awesome. Now only 87 away from a big 300. And Roger's total for the day has gone up. We are now at 20 out of 64 for our goal for the day to get this expansion pack streak back on. Thank you very much, Roger, for helping out. Big time, thank you. Kozakura Rabbit, Echo Jams, Redheaded YouTuber. I got it. Mobile Stats 1 and Sean Stewart Jr. The 5 people who got a membership from Roger Enyart. Big thank you, Roger. Ash Gaming 17, by the way, just put up. I'm gonna pin Ash's comment here. Boom. If you want to check out Ash Gaming on Instagram, he put up his Instagram link. Link? Yeah. Ash put up his Instagram link, and I have it as the pinned comment right now. So maybe that will help Ash gain some new followers. I'd recommend Mouse PI if you're a fan of first-person genre. Yeah, I've heard good things. It's very good, unless you're waiting for the physical release in July. Heck yeah, look at that. Ash already getting some follows on Instagram. Charlie Smith. Good, good, good. Huddy40. I'm biased, but legit think FF Tactics is one of the most underrated Switch 2 games. I can't believe they made this originally in the 90s. Yeah, I remember. I had a friend. I played some of FF Tactics, but I didn't own it myself. But I had a friend who was a massive FF Tactics fan, and I played it when I played with him at his house. And yeah, no, the game was really good. I probably should buy it now because I never played it enough to have like my own unique experience from start to finish, you know. But yeah, I recognize the game as a really great game. I think it came out in like 1999 or something like that. 8? It's been a while. Pokemon Fan 34 saying sad. Why sad? Nice, Roger, followed by sad. Charlie Smith missed me again, Roger. Yeah. Yeah, they are random. Michael, with directs, Nintendo usually gets a lot of backlash, so it makes a lot of sense to just do these smaller drops. Isn't that funny? Nintendo Direct came out today, and then you have some people, ugh, another Direct. Oh, let's see. So they had this thing, and then they had this 12-minute segment on farming games, and like, okay, another chibi anime game, 6 of them in a row, and then finally we got something good, and then we get to this. Like, I don't know what Nintendo was doing with this. And then we have this sizzle reel, great, a bunch of old games I played, and this, and like, and those are the people that are the hardcore demographic that are making the videos, and that's the attention that some of them give. And then you have the comment section as the thing's going on. Is this finally Metroid? Nope. Nope, it's just slop. Oh, nope, played it. When are we going to see 3D Mario? When are we seeing 3D Zelda? Nope, haha. And we think, oh, this is PlayStation 1 graphics, ha ha. And like, that's the live commentary. And then you've got the masses, which they might give a lot of attention to these 3 or 4 games in it, and these other 25, whatever, they get lost. And then that's in a general direct, for crying out loud. You can't please everybody. You never will. And why do you want to direct so much? You truly going to buy all 30 of those games? No, you won't. You just want to see it. You want the theatrics. Because it's fun. It's cool. It's neat to gather around a table and watch it with a few hundred people online that are friends in a community, you know? Trust me, I get it. I loved going to Nintendo's E3 presentations. Oh, there was nothing like it. You got a crowd of a couple thousand people all cheering Nintendo goodness. Dude, it was the best. And even when they had their last live/first kind of streamed direct, I say it was both because it was 2012. They still had a place for us live, but it was on the show floor, closed doors, pre-show opening, pre-media allowed to come in there for a select 100 of us or something like that. And this was E3 2012. Yeah. And it was what was streamed online. So it was like the last live and first streamed event of theirs. They're wonderful. But I'll always remember a time that existed pre-internet when all you got was a magazine a month, and that was it. So I'll never let myself get too far into the, oh, it's been 2 months since we've had a direct. Oh. Because it used to be once a month was your magazine drop, and that's it. And when you realize that, you realize how good we have it today. You want to not be bored? Get an X account. There you won't be bored. You will see video game news every day. You'll follow Nintendo and Marvel and Star Wars and Capcom and Konami and Activision and Sony and Microsoft and DC Comics, and you'll get fun news every single day. There you go. Yeah. Pokemon Fan 34 saying 31 likes. Big thank you, Pokemon Fan 34, for mentioning that. Is it really $40, Renegade? It's $50 digital and $60 physical. So not quite 40, but pretty good. Yep, always got Electronic Gaming Monthly. Yeah, Charlie Smith. EGM was my magazine. I loved EGM. My favorite. I am sad if there are no more mainline directs. Pokemon Fan 34, I don't think there are no more mainline directs. I don't think that that's the case. We'll just say that. In the history of time, there are far too many years to go on in human civilization of Nintendo being a company for them to be like, yep, we are never having a Nintendo Direct ever again. Does not seem plausible. Does not seem likely. Could they be less frequent than they were before? Sure. Could it go from a guaranteed 3 down to 2 or 1? Yeah. But will there also be a Pokemon Presents, Direct Minis, partner showcases, Indie World presentations, Indie Mania, Summer Game Fest, the Game Awards? Yeah. There's going to be plenty else. We're in such a media consumption era that there's always something to look forward to. So, hang in there, Pokemon Fan 34. There's more on the way. Raiders looks really good. Great polish on the visuals, island hopping, spotting hordes of enemies, finding treasure, enhancing gear, maybe a day one purchase. Yeah, Artisan James, it looks really solid. Paul, are you going to do a live Let's Play series of Splatoon Raiders? Ash Gaming 17, maybe. I don't have a capture card. It just doesn't make playing like this is not going to really cut it. A couple of times I played in my living room, and we did have some live streams where I showed the TV of me playing, and or I showed like my face while playing, but like it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work out that well in that setup. So really a capture card is the way to go. But my Nintendo Switch 2 dock, and the Nintendo Switch 2 for that matter, they're hooked up to my living room. Couch in front, family of 4, that's where we all congregate and play, watch in front of the TV. This game room, a little bit of a different setup. PC here, monitor there. Probably the most likely thing to do, to be practical, would be a second dock and a capture card. And then we're talking some live streaming with gameplay footage being a more realistic possibility, you know? Because then I could hook it up, and then in this corner over here, Uh, have the gameplay footage, split screen, whatever, make me smaller, whatever, set it up, and like play. But I don't see that happening anytime soon necessarily, but it would be something fun. Mm. I'm old, but personally don't spend time on any social media platforms outside of YouTube. They're all toxic to your health, in my opinion. Yeah, Honey 40, there are some disadvantages to social media. Plenty of advantages also. I guess it depends on what you do with it, right? But yeah, YouTube is good. YouTube is right here, by the way, so of course it's good. Data gaming mags used to have 3-month lead times. Oftentimes, the information that you would read would be a little bit late, yeah. Paul, do they still make Game Informer magazines? I don't believe they have physical Game Informer magazines anymore. You know what? Let me check. Okay, so it was shut down, like I thought, in August. But very recently, it was announced that it was going to come back and will be returning to store shelves in 2026. So, yeah, they closed up after 33 years in August of 2024. But it looks like just last month they announced that it was coming back. See, I missed that. Oh, maybe I forgot. But yeah, I guess it's coming back next year. They're going to try to reboot it. Interesting. That seems like the kind of thing Nintendo would announce if they were actually done with Directs this year alone. They've had 5 or 6 if you include the Galaxy Movie Directs. Yeah, J-Views. Man, we've had a plenty. If you want the social atmosphere of a Direct, you could have watched me on Game Explain or anybody else out there doing the Super Mario Galaxy Movie Direct. Or the second time they did a Galaxy Movie Direct. Or the Pokemon Presents. Or the Indie World presentation. Or the Partner Showcase. There's been plenty to talk about. J-Views, and it's only April. There's still more than half the year left for new announcements. We're only 1/3 in, not even. By April 30th, we'll be 1/3 done with the year. And if there are, okay, let's say there's no Nintendo Directs for the rest of the year. There's going to be Summer Game Fest in June. There's going to be the Game Awards in December. And there will be other Nintendo days throughout the rest of the year. Come on. I got my digital collector's card on the Nintendo Today app and it was Peach. That's cool. Oh, Mojo Rising. Hi, all. Hi, Mojo. Mainline or not, we've still had directs. That's my main point. Until Nintendo makes the announcements, thinking about a hypothetical doesn't make much sense. Let's just wait and see. LOL. Game Informer is back, and they're making new magazines. Yep. There's not any evidence of them stopping mainline directs, so I don't know where it's even coming from. True. That's great. Game Informer's coming back. I'll have to get a subscription. I always like that magazine. Yeah. Boom Mini 1! Hey everyone. Hey Boom Mini 1. Welcome. Oh, J-Views. And regardless, this is the best third-party support Nintendo has had in decades. Can we not appreciate how great this year has been so far? Maybe, or not maybe, people need to relax and play more games. True. If you're so longing for a direct because you want a certain game, check out what's out there now. And I betcha you don't own 100% of the Nintendo Switch 2 library. I betcha. You know? Boo Mini saying, Paul, do you think you'll get Splatoon Raiders? I think so. I have the first 3 Splatoon games. This looks like a lot of fun too, different, and I think that's a good change of pace, making you long for the Splatoon 4 more. So it's a bigger deal when it comes out. Let them have a longer time to cook. So yeah, I plan on getting Raiders. Are you gonna get it? Nintendo themselves said they plan to move away from directs. All these Nintendo fans seem to forget that detail. Where and when do they say that? Hello, boom, many. Okay, whew, I am caught up to chat. I know those last few were kind of somewhat geared towards one another. Nintendo Directs may not be Nintendo's focus moving forward. But does that mean that they are completely done with them? I don't think so. But you know what? Regardless of how Nintendo gives the news, it's not going to change the development behind the games. You realize that? Whether Nintendo shares it all at once, a few times a year, or multiple dozens of times a year, it's not going to change how Nintendo makes the game, how much money they're going to put into it, the time, the resources, the behind the scenes. We just might not know of stuff, but the stuff is still going to happen. So it's just a matter of, do folks want to learn about stuff more or play stuff more? Nintendo's hard at work, no doubt, on the next 3D Mario and the next 3D Zelda. But I don't know that because they haven't told me. But you know they are. They just haven't shown it. Whether they decided to show it or not, they're still doing it. They won't ever just release a game today without any heads up, with the exception of a couple of titles. But even then, it's coming today. They'll still have a video, you know? And you'll have some people that say, oh man, you told me about it too early. Now I have to wait 9 months. How am I going to wait? Or you'll have the people that said, oh man, there's nothing to look forward to, and then randomly being told and say, ta-da, here, it's coming out later today. And you'll get folks on either side that complain. That's not for them, or not for them, right? Oh, no, I do not have a Pretendo account. No. I'm going to wait until I watch people's gameplay on it. Cool. The trailer of Splatoon Raiders looks really fun. Yeah. I guarantee. Bet a direct happens in June. Hashtag Team June. We should have a bet between Matt and Pokemon fan in here. It looks like there is a bet coming. It might be July, the next one. I still believe directs are happening. Next one will be in June. Is that possible? People on Twitter are funny. Raiders is twice the size of Bonanza in terms of file size. And they're saying because it's $50. It's a glorified DLC when we've only seen a sliver of gameplay today. Gosh. People could spin anything neutral and make it negative or make it positive. I'm going to show y'all something. If I can find it. I'm going to look for something, I should say. Hope I could show this. I think so. I don't know. Um,
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a good feather. You see, if you were a good feather, you had it all. You were a somebody in a neighborhood full of no...
I can't find it. I mean, I wanted to show a cartoon, a clip from a cartoon that kind of proved a certain point of mine, but I can't quite find it. So I was like, can I show a clip from a cartoon? I don't know. Oh well. Ash saying, I hope there'll be a Splatoon Raiders Direct so we can learn even more about the game. I think there will be. Before July 23rd? Yeah. I think a Direct for Splatoon Raiders would be a good idea. I agree. Huddy 40 Directs are hype, but my backlog I'm still working through, so I'm in no rush for more game announcements. Yeah. It's a gaming desert, lol. Twitter's always like that and always will be. It's ridiculous, so now cheaper games suddenly mean they cut content. Give me a break. Oh, man. Yup. Yeah. July is my birth month, so if I were to get a game in July, it would make sense to get Splatoon Raiders, right? I got Donkey Kong Bonanza last summer as the game came out like 10 days after my birthday, I think. 17th, I want to say, was the release date. So, it's pretty cool. By the way, what else is cool? Gaming shorts. Today in gaming history. April 21st, 2023. Advance Wars 1 plus 2 Reboot Camp launched for the Nintendo Switch worldwide. Left, right, head, hut. Today in gaming history. April 21st, I try to have fun with these gaming history shorts. Advance Wars 1 plus 2 Reboot Camp launched for the Nintendo Switch worldwide. When will Mario Sunshine come to NSO? Good question. I'd say August. Release it mid-late summer, you know? Charlie Smith, your birthday is July. Cool. Roger Enyart with another challenge. 40 likes, more memberships. 5 more gifted memberships. If we could get 4 more likes in the stream. We've got 33 watching, 36 likes. Roger's trying to help out, y'all. We're trying to get to the first expansion pack streak unlocked, which we're at 20. We're at 44 away. Roger's willing to do another 5 just out of his own generosity, which would bring us to only 39 away. And his 5 more contribution would bring it up to 218 members, only 82 away from 300 total. I don't know. Roger's in a generous mood. I was going to say today, but Roger's always generous. Thank you, Roger, for the challenge, for challenging the chat. Advanced Wars is a fun game, though. Michael S. Gutmann, if I didn't say that earlier. Yeah. Xperia Play 420. If we don't get a Star Fox announcement soon, I'm going to fall to my knees and cry myself to sleep. Hang in there, Xperia. Tomorrow is the 10th anniversary of Star Fox Zero and Star Fox Guard for Wii U. It's also my date that I picked for Star Fox Returns being shown off online, followed up by the game trailer appearing in the post-credits scene to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm hanging in there for tomorrow. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, I will give myself until April 30th. And then if it doesn't happen then I guess I was just wrong, you know? But still a good idea, even if I'm wrong. We in the army now. Nice Baldur drop, Xperia. Johan Nintendo News. Not in May, Mario Sunshine NSO. May. Wait, what? What does that say? May not in May, Mario Sunshine? Could it happen in May? It could happen next month. Yeah. I just picked August because it's summertime and August will be the anniversary month of Super Mario Sunshine, if I'm not mistaken, in North America. What happens when we plug in that expansion pack? Corey Boehm. So, okay, Corey. I try to do something new. I'm trying to do something new and fun. Every time we get, I should put out of what, right? Because people might not know, like, well, what is the goal? Oh, that shifts things over too much. That shifts things over too much that way. I guess we could just do. Yeah, that works. Barely. It works, but it works barely. Okay. Every Nintendo $64 that the stream gets, if it happens 4 times in a row, or it could happen quicker, but if it happens 4 streams in a row of hitting Nintendo $64 per stream, what happens is on the 4th stream, the chat and I, live, will vote on a certain activity for me to do on the 5th stream. And for those that might not be here in the 4th stream to vote, you won't feel alienated or missed out on. You will get to vote. There'll be like a community poll that goes up later on in the day. If you missed the vote in the live stream, you could vote then. And if you somehow missed the 5th stream where we do the fun activity, that's fine. It'll be clipped. It'll be made as its own separate video a la carte to watch. But what is this fun activity to vote on? It's a number of things. It could be eat a spicy something challenge on stream. It could be, hey, right now on stream, which by the way would be for that next stream, turn the whole camera computer around, point it to the backyard, open up my window, run and jump in the pool. Whether it's cold outside, hot, sunny, fully clothed, shoes on, doesn't matter, do a pool jump. One of the things that could be is I take my phone with me and I live stream as I'm pulling into McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? It's me, Mario. Hello. How are you doing today? Woohoo! And just be live streaming as I'm doing this. Person. Okay, how can I take your order? Mamma mia, I want the Super Mario Galaxy. Woohoo! Happy Meal, celebrating me, Mario. Ha ha! Okay, sir, that'll be $6. Pull up to the window. Mamma mia, I'm with my chat. Say hello, chat. Hello. Thank you so much for playing my game. And carry on. And that would be the video. That would be the content created if voted upon by the community through the fourth stream, if it was the fourth stream in a row that we hit this Nintendo 64 challenge, either on the stream voted for or in the community voted for, and it would happen on the fifth stream when I would do said activity, or if you missed the stream, it would be clipped as its own video later on. But like that's the challenge. There are some other little things like if we hit 128 in the stream, that automatically unlocks 2 streaks in a row. If we somehow ever hit 256, that would be all 4 streaks in a row one day. We do have a saver in place, like if we get a couple of streaks in a row, like a couple of Nintendo $64 streams in a row, and we miss the third, it doesn't just go back to 0. There's a saver, a way to save the streak if the last stream happened to be like a 128 one. That would save the streak. So that's a possibility. If we ever hit like a streak and we go over but not quite enough to be like 3 or 4, someone could say like, hey, can I take that and donate it towards the next one? That's a possibility too. And then like if we don't hit a streak, on that third day or whatever that day is, that save point was activated, it's fine. But if we don't hit the streak the next time, then like it's gone and we start anew. This is just a new thing. We barely started it like a week and a half ago. We had a streak of 2, and then that ended, and now we're at 0, which is this red thing down here, expansion pack streak 0. But today we're at $20 towards that Nintendo $64 goal, and if it does happen today and we unlock it, this expansion pack streak becomes 1, and we are on our way to unlocking something fun that we would vote on as a community together of like, hey, what do you want to do? One other thing people came up with was like a community-driven short, something fun that we make together, So, different possibilities. But I hope that answered your question, Corey Bone. Let's see. This month or next month for Sunshine, maybe. If that doesn't happen, does that mean that Nintendo has changed their plans and Nate the Hate is wrong? So, could the information have been bogus in the first place? Possibly. Could have been feelers that were put out there to see where's the leak coming from? Maybe. Could the source just have their wires crossed? Possibly. Is Nintendo just in a liquid state of plans and when they want to drop them? Yeah. Or could it still happen by April 30th? Also, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different options there, Nintendo can shadow drop on Thursday Mario Sunshine NSO. Always possible. That's why I want to see you go through the drive-thru. Yeah, chillin' hard. I think that would be a fun one. Playlist for Splatoon Raiders. Let's play, even though the series won't be happening for another 93 days. Cool. Could Ocarina of Time Remake beat GTA 6 for GOTY? Not only can it will, Boo Mini 1, depending on the person. It's not like Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be everybody's game of the year, nor will it be every outlet's game of the year. A lot of people put a lot of stock in the Game Awards and what's voted there as game of the year because it's such a big show. It's very public, right? There's a lot of money behind it. If you're asking me, could Ocarina of Time beat Grand Theft Auto 6 at the Game Awards? That's a possibility too. We have to see how high quality at the end of the day is Ocarina of Time Remake. Does it have voice acting, orchestrated music, new gameplay, breathtaking visuals, a faithful map to the original that's 3 times bigger, but expanded sections behind the old sections of the map. New takes on dungeons while being faithful to the original, but more and more cool. Lots of particle effects. Some refinements to controls. Interesting development with what happened in between these 7 years. Can you play as Sheik? Does the ending have 3 branching paths? Is there a gliding mechanic that Link has where he could ride as young Link on Kaiporo Gaiporo, the owl, but as an adult can only hang on by the talons and glide? Is there some new underwater swimming mechanic that you could do more with in Zora's Domain or Lake Hylia? Are there new mini games? Can you fish now elsewhere? And how's that HD Rumble feeling? How's the HD Rumble feeling with the Stone of Agony? What about this drawing back the bowstring or riding on Epona? How does that feel with the HD Rumble? Is the story a little bit more fleshed out? Are the cinema scenes breathtaking? Does it feel like a high quality product? Is the voice acting legit? Are the towns more populated? Is it bigger? Does this feel like a $120 million budget? Does it look like a next-gen Zelda would or should? All of that speaks to me definitively 10 out of 10 masterpiece. That's a 10. That's game of the year. That's best game of all time. That is my game of all time for 20 years till Breath of the Wild dethroned it. Ocarina of Time remake would go right back to contesting against Breath of the Wild. I mean, wouldn't that be something? I don't know. That right there could beat anything any year. On the flip side, Grand Theft Auto 6. Was it worth the wait? It's big, sure. It's tons of gameplay, voice acting, comedy, you name it. Is it refined? Is it polished? It being so big, is it full of glitches and mistakes and hiccups and things where you get stuck in places? Or not? Did they really refine it and take their time that as big as the game it is, the bigger it is, the more likely it is to have mistakes? No, they nailed it. Ooh. So now you got this grand experience with miles and miles of terrain to explore and hundreds of options and just hundreds of hours of gameplay. That's a very ambitious game. Totally deserving if it is of a high quality and in every other metric really, solid, well done. That's a game of the year too. Worthy. So it depends on how good is each one because they're both going to be big. How big is Zelda? I don't know. How good is it going to be? I don't know. I've got hope though. I have faith in it. I'm also pretty confident in GTA 6 being solid and hopefully amazing. Let's see. And here's some back and forth with Pokemon, Mario Sunshine, pop. Do you think you'll play GTA 6? Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be buying that one day one. Grand Theft Auto 5 was fantastic. Another game where my wife and I just played swapping the controller back and forth, going through the story mode. Like, I'll play a mission, I'll play for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and you play 15, 20 minutes, and like, oh, if things got a little bit too hard with this, Paul, you take over. Like with some of the shooting missions and how precise or quick twitchy you had to be, I would take over that. Other than that, we both play like equally back and forth the whole experience. So I'm looking forward to GTA 6 for sure. We're at 33 watching, 38 likes, by the way. Let's see. I didn't show off these, did I? Watch it.
Today in game.
Boy, listen close. I am from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with a god that cost me my soul. I have killed many who were deserving, and many who were not. I killed my father. But what is in the past is in the past. All I need to do now is let you know that
Today in gaming history, April 20th, 2018, God of War launched for the PlayStation 4 worldwide.
I think I showed that one. Not today. But that one was shown yesterday, right? Another one yesterday.
Today in gaming history, April 20th, 2010, Monster Hunter Tri launched for the Wii in North America. Today...
That was it too. Hey! We got some green in the chat. Woo! Roger coming in. We're getting closer. 15 from Roger. 218 members. 25 towards the Nintendo $64 goal. And then 25 towards the $128 goal, which not only gives 2 on the expansion pack streak, but does an eShop gift card giveaway. Big thank you, Roger. Holy cow. Roger Enyart with 5 gifted members to Lane Miller 55, Dark Inky, Wrestling Soup 1 Fan, Broku, and Linotha Tendo 2487. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. And just like that, we are 82 away from 300 members and $39 away from activating that expansion pack streak, going from 0 to 1. It's no guarantee, but 39 is not too far away. We got here. Will we keep going? I don't know. But thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Boom Vinny, by the way, will you be getting GTA 6? Will Gina Impact release on Switch 2 because they did trailer for Switch but it didn't come to original Switch? I don't know. I'm not sure. Just saying they should put Coliseum before Sunshine. I will pre-order Splatoon Raiders, but I'll have to wait until I get my next paycheck. Will Jinsa Impact release on Switch 2? I don't know. I will get GTA 6. Nice, J Biggs. Let's see. Let's find out. We did the Advanced Wars short. Did we do Mortal Kombat?
history. April 18th, 1994. Super Metroid launched for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in North America.
Amazing game. Super Metroid.
Impressive! Finish him! Flawless victory. Today in gaming history, April 19th, 2011, Mortal Kombat launched for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in North America.
That's my attempt at Shao Kahn. Boomini. I'm interested in GTA 6, but I've never played any of the GTA games before. I honestly don't know much about it. I don't know if you have the ability to play Grand Theft Auto 5, Boomini, but if you do, the game's been out for like a decade that you could probably get it for pretty cheap. I'd say it's worth a shot. Like if you can find it for $10, it wouldn't hurt you to pick it up and play. You would know after several hours, like, is this my kind of game or not? And at that point, if you put like 7 hours into it, you're like, yeah, it's not my thing. If you only spent $10, it's not like a waste of money, you know? Because you would have spent $20 to watch a 2-hour movie. And even if you didn't like the movie that much, is a little bit of entertainment for 2 hours. But like it's kind of a waste of $20, right? $10 for a game that like 7 hours in, you're like, I'm not feeling it. Cost-wise, not that big of a deal. And you could even like sell the game back and get what, $3 for it back? And then in that case, you just spent $7 on 7 hours of fun, or 7 hours of not fun. Because it is a very good game. But very good games might not be for everybody, right? Resident Evil Requiem, I could rave about it all I want, but if someone doesn't like blood, guts, horror, doesn't like being scared, then Resident Evil Requiem is not for them, no matter how good it is. And that's just a thing, right? They say Game Pass is going to be, instead of $29, it's going to be $22 a month. Oh, good. I hope Nintendo will announce something for GameCube NSO on Thursday. That'd be nice. Man, Super Metroid is awesome. I hope the rumors of a remake are true. Yeah. Super Metroid getting like a high quality 2D pixel art remake would be stellar. I would rather Super Metroid be remade with like a super high quality, ultra dense HD 2D remake equivalent than look like Metroid Dread cranked up. Because the next 2D Metroid is probably going to look like Metroid Dread cranked up. It's going to be like 3D polygonal graphics on a 2D plane. That's going to be the next 2D Metroid, probably, right? So, dude, yeah, make Super Metroid be old school, but just pumped to the max with what you could do with pixel art. Or pixel art blended with hand-drawn art to make it look like the instruction booklet, you know? Pretty sweet. Try 5 if you can. It's basically a huge city that you could do whatever you want. Yeah, it's good. I haven't played GTA since San Andreas. That was a fun one. It's one of the best-selling games every year, I believe. Yep, it continues to sell. Yes, cut it down in price. Game Pass Ultimate, but no Day 1 Call of Duty. I am boycotting GTA 5 until it's on a Nintendo system, J Biggs says. Any particular reason? Just curious. I need to watch some gameplay of it. Definitely check out GTA 5. GTA Vice City and 4 are my favorite. Yeah, Vice City and 4 are both good. It took a while, though, I think, until Rockstar nailed the gameplay refinement to feel good doing things, because some early GTA games, though big and ambitious, didn't have like the tightest shooting mechanics, the tightest driving mechanics, etc. Because they try to do a lot. You know, is GTA 5 on Nintendo eShop? No. It should be. It's sort of weird that Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5 never came out on Nintendo Switch. You've got Red Dead Redemption. You've got Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition. But not Red Dead Redemption 2, although I think that will come to NS2. And not GTA 4 and 5, which again, maybe they'll come to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll see. Hello, Paul. How excited are you for Splatoon Raiders? Hello, Graceful Requiem. I'm pretty excited. I'm not a 10 in excitement, but I'm a good, 7.5 excited. You know? What would bring me up to an 8 or 8.5 is if I show this trailer to my wife and kids later today, and they're like, can the four of us play that together this summer? Uh-huh. Oh, heck yeah. Let's do it. Then I'll go 8.5, 10, because nothing beats family time playing, Thank you, Charlie Smith. Disinferno. I feel like there's no new Star Fox reveal this month. Nate the Hate probably had it wrong. Well, did he have it wrong, or did he get wrong information? We'll see. Agreed. An HD 2D style would be awesome. I do hope they make wall jumping easier to do. It felt kind of shinky in the original. Yeah, wall jumping wasn't the most elegant in the original. I'm sure it would be far better this time around. They would have to, address it a bit. GTA 6 budget is at over $3 billion, so I kind of want to buy it even just for the experience of a game like that. Yeah, GTA 6 is probably going to be the FOMO event of the year. What are you doing not playing Grand Theft Auto 6? Not for everybody. You think elementary school kids are going to care? Kindergarten through 5th grade at all regarding Grand Theft Auto 6? I mean, there's always the trickle-down effect of what's going on YouTube that kids probably shouldn't be seeing on certain ads because they're on YouTube and not YouTube Kids or something like that, right? That's a possibility. Kids trying to be a little bit more mature than they ought to be. But there's a whole segment that isn't going to be playing Grand Theft Auto 6. And then there's another group that, if you don't care about rated M games, cussing, shooting, drugs, alcohol, violence, sexual innuendos, content of that nature, then games of that nature don't appeal to you in the first place. So there's a whole group that could care less. But for a good, couple 100 million people that do like a wide variety of gaming, including rated T stuff, rated M stuff, rated T movies, rated R movies, some mystery, some intrigue, some gun violence, some gang violence, some good guy, bad guy, all parts maturity kind of stuff. Breaking Bad, Sopranos, this, that, and the other, heists. Yeah, it's a popular enough of a series. It's going to be a popular enough of a game that it will be pretty much unavoidable for many. And for many that don't play it, there will be this FOMO. Like I said, for a lot, they'll be able to care less. But there will also be a lot that are just talking about it. And it won't just be for a week. It will last a while. Wall jumping being so challenging was the whole point. You needed to master it. I don't think I'll buy a PlayStation or Xbox just to play it. I will if it becomes on the Switch 2. Hopefully it's on the Switch 2. Thank you for the bless you earlier. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta sneeze, Oh, by the way, I don't think I played this on stream, but I started a new countdown series.
April 16th, 183 days or 6 months until the release of the Street Fighter movie, Hadouken! April 6th.
So once a month, I'm doing the countdown to the Legend of Zelda movie. Once a month, I'm doing the countdown to the Street Fighter movie. Every day, I'm doing a gaming history video. And yeah, got some good stuff. I don't know if I played this one, but this was fun.
So long, everyone. Haha. Thank you again for joining me for my autograph session. Be sure to come back later for the special paid photo ops. Greetings, everybody. Your hero, Captain Quark here, letting you know that today in gaming history, April 12th, 2016, Ratchet & Clank launched for the PlayStation 4 in North America. So long.
That was like the Ratchet and Clank remake / reboot. Good game. Do you think we'll get anything else from Mario Kart World? Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I think we'll get a June Direct, because by then the Super Mario Galaxy movie will be slowly phasing out of theaters. You know, it'll be out for 2 months. Some theaters will still have it, but the drop-off will be significant, 8 weeks in. A Direct in the summer. Mario Kart World as one of the Direct presentations, showing off that the game is getting its first, paid DLC. Some free DLC also, but, here's a new world with a few new characters and 8 new courses, and it's coming out blank in a couple of weeks or next month. Something like that. Yeah. That video was nice when you saved the lizard in your pool. Yeah, that was just kind of like, I saw this guy there. He wasn't moving. I'm like, oh no. I saw him flopping. And I'm like, oh. And then he stopped moving. I'm like, oh no. And I quickly grabbed the pool noodle. And I already had my phone in my hand. I forgot what I was doing in the backyard. Maybe I was going to brush the pool or something like that. Sometimes when I do chores in the backyard, I just have a podcast or a stream or existing video game content, being spoken out loud, and phone's in my pocket or whatever. So I'm just listening while doing my chores and stuff, except for mowing, and it's too loud. But anyways, I was in the backyard, had my phone. I'm like, dude, little guy, get out of there. Come on, buddy. Come on. Climb on. Climb on. Yeah, he was moving, stopped. There you go. And then he was moving again. And there you go, dude. Yeah. Hey, little guy. Here. Don't go back in the pool, okay? You got a fly hanging on your eye. It's kind of weird. Look at this dude. Then he turned his head at me. Get off me. I just came out of the pool. That was traumatic stuff. Yeah, what's up, dog? He was kind of a cool looking guy. He had a little smile almost on his face. Whoa. You got some scales. You related to Godzilla? I don't know, man. Stay out of the pool, okay? See you later. I came back home. He was no longer there, and he wasn't in the pool, so he must have gone onto the grass and just finished doing some lizard things in life, Not getting into trouble by going in the pool. We did Splinter Cell, right?
Today in gaming.
I think we did Splinter Cell. We'll do Splinter Cell. By the way, we'll probably end the stream soon. We could extend it, but I'll just give that little bit of heads up now, just in case. But we'll check this video out first. How did you sneak up on me? Are you a ninja? What are you talking about? Only a ninja would be able to sneak up on me. I'm much worse. Go to sleep. Oh! Another one, huh? Tell me, what are you doing here all by yourself? Grim, last one put down. Mission complete. Reporting back to HQ to let everyone know that
Today in gaming history, April 10th, 2003, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell launched for the Nintendo GameCube in North America.
Hey, Will Max 11. I thought maybe you got a pet lizard. No. Will Max 11, I still love the gaming history. Thank you. Charlie Smith, Paul Gale, Super Spy. Yeah. The last big open world game from Sony was Ghost of Yote, and that costed them $60 million. GTA 6 has had 13 years to make it as great as possible, and it's over $3 billion. Jeez. Yeah. I heard that it was over $2 billion. I don't know the official number, but definitely an expensive game. Lego The Hobbit, that one was a fun one. That one was silly. I like that. Paul Gale would be a good 007. Thank you, Charlie Smith. Yeah. I like James Bond. I mean, shoot, if I got the opportunity, I'd go out for James Bond. Recent reports are saying over 3 billion. Yeah. I mean, I believe it. That's a lot more than the over 2 billion that I heard was confirmed, but yeah. I could see that. Just think of how many games. Think how many people Sorry, I didn't finish my thought. Think how many people were on it for how long. That's a lot of money spent. Can I do an English accent? I'd have to practice a bit. But yeah, I've done one before. Oh, two things. Actually, one thing. Yeah, a couple of things.
Hey, AT&T just gave me their best deal on it.
Before we end the stream, I just dropped a link that if you have any hype drops left in your week, if you don't mind hyping that video, dropping a like, dropping a comment, I'd appreciate it. It's my most recent video. It's of that artwork shown off from the upcoming The Legend of Zelda movie. So that would be cool to see the video get, some more attention maybe pop up to 100 views. It's at 81 so far. The Street Fighter official movie trailer reaction video is at 1,500, so that's doing quite well. Godzilla is at 963. That's quite strong too. So yeah, the Zelda one, I guess, if we could get that one to 100, that'd be pretty nice. Let's check out anything else on social media. Sweet, we got Wave Forward and 12 others liking this morning's post for Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. That's cool. Thanks, Way Forward. Way Forward is great. Alrighty. I think that's going to do it for today's stream. Yeah. It was a lot of Splatoon Raiders discussion. Sometimes it just feels good to stretch. Oh, doesn't it feel good to stretch? Isn't stretching just such a relaxing thing for the body to do? Man. Okay. Before we go, let's check out the poll. Ooh, it was close. Are you going to buy Grand Theft Auto 6? 52% said yes. 48% said no. Wow. You could only get a little bit closer than that. But, great stream. Thank you, AJ Rax0440, for the awesome $5 that you gave today. Thank you, Corey Boehm, for the awesome $5 that you gave today. And thank you, Roger Enyart, 2066, for the super awesome $15 that you gave today. We're at 218 members. We're at 9,145 subscribers. I don't think we'll hit 10,000 subscribers by the Nintendo Switch 2 one-year anniversary, because that's a month and a half away. I think that's too soon. But by my birthday, July 7th, maybe. But that still might be a little bit too early. We'll see. But it would be kind of neat, because last year I held a live stream right here, right before my birthday, when we celebrated hitting 5,000. So wouldn't that be neat to do it again at 10,000? We will. We will when we get there, but I'm guessing sometime in July probably will be 10K. At least at the rate we're going now. We'll see. But yeah, thank you, Roger, Corey, and AJ for your contributions. And thank you, everyone, for being here, hitting that like button, hyping videos, commenting. I'm grateful for it. And hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We'll be back on for more. And then Thursday, we've got our Famitsu sales to discuss. Any day now, we might have Star Fox. And when we do, that's going to be an awesome stream, right? Well, hold on. Roger is saying something. Roger and Tabby are having a stream today at 4. We are co-streaming Split Fiction. Ooh, watch this. Watch this for a couple of reasons. One, let me put Roger's pinned message there. So, first of all, watch it because Roger's cool. Secondly, watch it because Tabby's cool. And third, watch it because Split Fiction's cool. Split Fiction was one of my Game of the Year contenders of 2025. It's a fantastic game. I played that on my own file with my wife as my player 2. On my son's file, me as his player 2. On my daughter's file as her player 2. Though my son was sometimes my daughter's player 2, and sometimes my daughter was my son's player 2. But like I played through that game like simultaneously, going on 3 different adventures kind of at once. Two or 3-ish, right? Brilliant game. So check out Roger and Tabby on Twitch as they play in a few hours Split Fiction. Cool. Awesome seeing this community grow and seeing you all help each other grow.